you guys ready? We're passing the, I guess we'll call it order at 5:05. Roll call. All board members are here. Bobby, Bailey, and Scarlett are all here. Robin, do you have the minutes yet from last month?
No.
Or does Josh still have them?
What's that?
Pass it down. Okay. Will someone make a motion to approve the previous board meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Carl, second. All in favor? Pass that down back after I'll sign it. Moving on to agenda items. We'll start. Bobby, you want to kind of take off on the?
Yep. So there's some administrative items that were kind of late on this year, but you guys every year are supposed to motion to vote in a president and vice president, and something that all boards do every single year. I was not aware of that until right after our last meeting when they asked. So you'll need a motion and a second for president, and a motion and a second for vice president, and an acceptance from whoever is accepting that, or if you're going to deny it, then you do that too.
I'll make a motion to keep Alex as president. I'll second.
All in favor?
Okay. If Alex
I'm good.
accepts.
I'm good.
Okay.
Then I'll make a motion to make Carl the vice president.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carl?
Accept that.
Yes.
All right, that's done. So we've had just some new hires. I know pool managers. We're going with 3 this year. So we know Evan from last year, and Molly Reitzman, which is Travis Reitzman's daughter, is going to be a second one, and then Dylan Harrison. He's been a lifeguard for this will be his 5th year as a lifeguard, junior in college, and helped out last year as a pool manager a couple times whenever Justin went football, and Evan went to his guard training. There's 2 weeks every year. Evan goes to military training, so he helped us out last year, so he kind of learned what those responsibilities were. And that's just I know I talked to you guys about it before, but having 3 is going to help with. I mean, there were constant overtime hours for them, and then also it made it very difficult where they didn't have the freedom to have a day off pretty much ever, because when the pool's open, it's open every single day. So I know I talked to you guys, and we tried to go for 3, and we got 3, and I wanted to make that clear. Then we also hired a new part-time secretary, since the current one's quitting on us. But it's Haley Prophet. So if you guys know JD, it's his wife, and so she's been in kind of in-service training. Scarlett's been training her, so she's going to learn to do all the things, or hopefully learn to do all the things that Scarlett's been doing. And I am hoping that Scarlett is still around some, because she's been very important. So losing her is a big deal for us.
Has she
We
started
are training her. She did it in service, but she gave her employer 2 weeks, so she hadn't started yet, or she's in there consistently, but she's been in there, was it Friday with Scarlett, kind of going through things. There will still be some learning things to go on, but
I think her start date is March 16th, right? Yes.
okay. March 16th.
the 3 managers? Are
Yes.
they coming down to 100,000, or is that all pool employees?
That will be part of the pool salaries, yeah.
So that 100,000 is all pool, those
It's
three?
all pool managers, all lifeguards, all concession owners.
But I think the goal with 3 was to cut back on some overtime hours and.
Yeah, and so last year that pool salaries was at 70,000, and we went over by 23 by staying open through August, so they upped it to 100. But so there were 2 pay periods specifically that our pool managers had. I think Justin had 50 some overtime hours for one pay period, because when we only had 2 and Evan went to training, Justin had to do it every single day, and then vice versa when Justin went to football, Evan covered Vernon, so he had 30 some overtime hours for it. So there we're having the hours are the hours that is work. It's not going to add anything salary. If anything, it's going to save us from those full salary perspectives.
So 100 cover everything?
I think so. We upped to 30 from last year, and we went over. I mean, we spent 93,
last year.
almost 94,000 on it last year, and so I feel comfortable with 100.
Are we planning on staying open in later again?
So I'm sure that will be a discussion with schedules. The plan would be to do that. The only thing that, based on what we learned from last year, is I'm not sure the days during the week were worth it. Based on the amount of traffic that we got in there, but the weekends, that first weekend, I think people didn't even know that we were still open when school was back. And then the next couple of weekends, I know it was more Saturday than the other days, but were much better and definitely worth it to be open, because it was nice and there were a lot of people that came out.
Okay. How is the new maintenance director doing?
Still learning, but good. I mean, they're starting to kind of get used to the structure, or a little bit more structure. And as we progress, it will get better and better. But right now, there's a lot that the others know that he doesn't know it. So he's just kind of going along, learning the routines, the routes, and that sort of stuff right now.
Is all this ours? I mean, all this can't be ours, right?
No, there's some, everything highlighted is ours.
Okay.
But there's some stuff in there that you guys haven't seen. So I'm going to start including what we get to the board of works meetings and the city council meetings, so you can see every single detail. So sometimes those packages are going to look a lot bigger than they did in the past.
Because it's like fire chief training. I know we're not paying for that. Okay,
Right.
so just what's highlighted is us.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's the way it'll be moving forward. There will be extra pages, but
Okay.
we'll try to put things more for this meeting, but there are times where we need to get bills paid that have to go to city council or board of works. So
I just was like,
I should-
I know we're not paying for fire
I should have
chief training.
explained that first. Yeah. I should have explained that first. Yeah, I apologize. So programming wise, do we want to start with these? I'll hand these out. You guys can skim through these. What I did was, did you highlight their names?
Yeah, I just.
So Bailey highlighted the names. I went through and highlighted in green the filed charges. And then if you flip to the next page, or it might be a couple pages later, highlighted in yellow what they were actually charged with, if there was any charge at all. So obviously, while this is public record, I think it'd be better to not say names out loud or anything like that. So.
And while you guys are kind of going over that, I just want to go back to the policy that we put into place and was approved by Larry last year. Basically, you guys will need to vote on the eligibility and coaching status of all of these people. Yeah.
This sheet, is it kind of,
It's a short summary.
a summary. So if you guys flip through, Bailey gave us this background check sheet, and it's like a short summary of each individual.
Yeah.
Just so you.
Yeah, I kind of just put it all together so you can kind of see them all and see what they signed up to coach for as well. That's what's listed on my background check sheet. In the policy, it does state that the disqualifying crimes are all felony violence, regardless of the amount of time since the offense. That includes things like murder, manslaughter, aggravated assault, kidnapping, robbery, aggravated burglary. And then all felony offenses other than violence or sex within the past 10 years. These examples include drug offenses, theft, embezzlement, fraud, and child endangerment. For misdemeanors, all misdemeanor violence offenses within the past 7 years, including simple assault, battery, domestic violence, hit and run, etc. And there are 2 or more misdemeanor drug and alcohol offenses within the past 7 years, including DUIs, drug possession, drug and disorderly public intoxication, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
I got a question. It says like, does dismiss mean no charges were filed or
No.
they completed?
The green is the charge that we filed. The yellow, oh, wait, which page do you have?
The back page of Shamrock Run?
Oh, is that for summary? I don't have that actually, but
Okay.
I haven't even seen that.
So does dismiss mean no charges were filed or they like completed probation and they were like dismissed?
Well, there's one here that they had 2 of the 3 charges dismissed, but 1 was pled out.
Correct, so that means if it was dismissed, they weren't charged with anything.
Well, because dismiss, like, why would we even need to vote on number 1? Because if the charges were dismissed,
So
she
there are,
was never charged with anything.
so there were a couple that were that way, and I left them in here to use it as an example of things that could pop up. And so I know that we've had, things
Yeah.
come up in the past, last year, where somebody can look something up on my case, and someone could have been found innocent with no charges, and it's gonna show up no matter what, because there was a court.
They can arrest a
It's
ham
an
sandwich,
accusation.
you know.
Yes.
They can arrest a ham sandwich, but charging is
Right.
a different story.
Correct.
You know.
So I want to be clear that, like, so when that comes up, you guys will, if someone from the general public comes up to you and says, hey, this person was charged with this, and we're letting them coach, you can say, well, we saw their file, and all the charges got dismissed, they weren't actually charged with anything whenever the court,
Okay. Yeah.
whenever the judgment came.
Okay.
So that's why in there's just on the actual reports, there's the judgment.
Okay.
And it's a lot of them,
Yeah,
a lot of them we're seeing are coming up dismissed.
Yeah, I mean, like, out of these 6, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, the 6 have been dismissed.
Correct. And then there's some that they did get charged with something, but it was a plea agreement
Yes,
for
because they.
for a lower charge. And so that's kind of where some of this last year was getting, kind of muddy, and we went to allowing you guys to vote and decide,
Yes.
you guys can vote on it, and we can do it as a group, rather than us trying to make that decision through our office.
I think really the only one we may need to talk about, according to our policies, is number 5 and 6, which is the same person. I mean, according to our policy, that's the only one that we could even technically do.
Yes.
Well, number 5 was dismissed,
Yeah, but if you read it,
but number 6,
no,
same person, so it doesn't matter.
yeah, number 6 was, guilty of intimidation.
Yeah.
So that one had 3 charges.
Correct.
2 of the 3 were dismissed.
Yeah.
The final verdict was to plead down to.
So they pled to intimidation to have them drop the
Yes.
criminal confinement. But that was 2018, so we're 8 years ago at this point, right? Is our policy say 10 years, Bailey?
7 for misdemeanors, 10.
7 for misdemeanors?
Yeah,
10 for.
10 for felonies.
So
I know,
was their guilty plea a misdemeanor or a felony, Carl? Who's got number 6's paper?
Is number 4, that charge, does it fall within the 7 years or this year because it was a violence?
correct.
So it's the.
Oh, yeah, well,
Well, it's a one. Yeah. That's within 7 years. It's not,
it wasn't
That's
a
not-
violence.
It wasn't a violence.
That's not considered violent.
yeah, no, it's not a violent offense. That's acceptable.
Yeah. Carl, you got number 6's?
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking at.
Okay,
Trying to
Robbie's
find
got it.
which one,
It's the only one I haven't seen is 5 and 6. Number 2 was outside of 10 years, so.
Yeah.
We're 5.5. Actually, almost 20.
I can't,
Number 3, it's a misdemeanor. What's the code
Any violence offense in the past 7 years.
Felony
She
or
was
misdemeanor.
found guilty of disorderly conduct,
That was dismissed on the other offense.
was dismissed on Saturday charge.
Yes.
so number 6 looks like was found guilty of a felony, level 5 felony, in 5/30 of 18.
But if we do look at number 3, the disorderly conduct was the way to fight that charge.
Correct.
Yeah. That's, it specified in there, so
It
that's,
does.
yeah.
So we probably, according to our policy, need to discuss those after this one.
Yes.
Which one?
3.
Three. So can I go ahead and, get approval for coaching on number 1, 2, and 4 then?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I'm okay with 6, it's 7 years, right, past,
But it's 10 years for the policy on the felony.
oh, felony's 10.
Those are also, if I remember right, that's where, like, I mean, it's your guys'
It's up to your own discretion.
vote. It's just, the policy states that those are
Yeah, but
what we're basically disqualifying things off of, so.
I'm like Ron, it's been 8 years, so I don't have a problem with it's, even though it says 10, I don't have a problem with somebody that's been 8 years.
I mean, at some point, you'd think, what's the question about number 3?
it's
3, the charge that they had was guilty of disorderly conduct, but it was for fighting specifically. Even though it was a misdemeanor and that was in 2022.
It was a domestic type dispute, and
This
there was
person,
obviously a fight that.
yeah,
broke out.
this person did explain it to me over the phone. She did say that she coached in 2024, which I found interesting, because it looks like they went against the policy according to what we had found record of, and still allowed her to coach. So I'm not sure what we want to do with that information. And she basically explained that it was just an altercation between family members.
I mean, schools allow her to go on field trips. You know what I mean? Any opinion down there?
If she's allowed to go on field trips, why can't she coach a soccer team?
Would you want to confirm that she is?
I can confirm that. and-
Yeah,
and
if
give-
you'll
give a
confirm
call.
that with the school, then
Yeah.
I think, if the school's gonna allow it, how can we, or why would we not allow it?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that is just what she told me, so I don't have like proof of that yet, but I can,
If you can confirm that she's good on,
well, I'm okay with that, the only thing is, will her ex's family be at these games? Because they probably have kids together, right, I mean,
I don't
I
know the
assume-
history that deep.
you know, you don't really wanna assume.
I would expect that.
I mean, she's
your
coaching for a
decision-
reason.
Your decision would be made, like, just, like, your opinion on whether she's going to act like that
I
again
have
or not.
no idea.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
I know,
no way of-
I know, but
I have no
that's
idea.
kind of where you're
We have-
at, you get to look at what.
I'm okay with it, if she
One
can go
instance.
on school field trips, I'm okay with 3,
We just have to look at it as, are we willing to take that chance?
yeah.
So that's where I have a concern.
You do have it?
Well, I mean, you know, we have to be conservative and thinking about that. I think we do need to confirm, maybe we table her until you find out from the school corporation.
Yes,
And then that will have to be something that you approve through email, because by
Yes.
last month's meeting.
That's-
I have to
that's
know
fine.
who my coaches are, like,
Immediately,
yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I think if we can approve that by email, once we confirm what the school corporation said, are you guys okay with that?
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that's that for number 3, decision on number 6.
I mean,
do you know this person, anybody know this person?
Yeah, like I said,
I went to school with this person, don't really have a lot of, memories of them. Wasn't friends with them.
Did
I'm gonna be
he,
clear, I should probably, this is my nephew, so that's why I'm not gonna express anything.
did he coach last year?
No,
Does he have a kid on this team?
yes. And I will note that he did say that he would want to coach with his brother, who I hear is a final citizen. So,
Alex, it's not my Alex, you know Ryan, his oldest. But it's Alex, he's.
Nothing since 2018 at all for them?
No.
No. Where's the 1 for 6? I see 5.
I think he's here. Could I introduce if his brother is the head coach, number 6 be on, have like a probationary year? And his brother serve as the actual head coach?
I feel like that's almost skating about what we ended up with last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same.
So where does that put us if we deny some of these people? Where does that put us on coaching wise?
It'd be too
Question.
short.
Yeah, I am struggling to finalize coaching. If number 6 is not approved, and if number 3 is also not approved because they're in the same age group, I will be short of 3 coaches in the 6U age group.
Look, you're good on everything else.
No,
No,
I'm not. I need, 1 more coach in 8U, I need 1 more coach in 10U. 12U, I actually have too many coaches for the kids.
So right now, you're saying you're gonna be, if we deny some of these, you're gonna be short 5 coaches, is that correct?
I'll be short 3. Or sorry, yeah, I mean in total, yes.
Yes, 5.
I'm okay with 6, honestly. 7 years. Probably more than likely he's completed the probation, because if not, you'd have more charges. I mean, at some point, you gotta give someone, 7 years is a long time.
I mean, yeah, that could be the difference in 18 and 25.
Yeah, it could be. He's 18 years old, and then you grow up a lot, or if he's 22 and then now he's 30, you know? It's a big difference.
Do you guys wanna do a vote on it, see?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve number 6 as the coach.
Wish I did. It'd make it easier to make a decision. The guy that we denied, does anybody remember his rap sheet?
Yes.
From last year?
His in charge of not taking it.
Oh.
And initially, it was about the coaching based on his actions afterwards. But
Is 5 and 6 the same?
Yeah, it's the
same person.
Same person, 2 different
Looks like
ages.
he fell for lack of second. Let's move on. We can stay here all night talking about this stuff.
So
And then to go on a school field trip, all you gotta do is pass a background check.
Right, but if they can pass a school background check.
That's what I mean, yeah.
So if that is true,
Yeah,
then I'm
yes.
with it.
Yeah.
So let me ask the question, Alex and Josh, where do you stand on the 6?
It's a risk reward that makes it hard. I don't know the kid, like, we need coaches.
Well, I don't either,
but-
that's why I say, I know we need coaches, I understand, but yeah, I understand the same thing you guys are saying, so I just wanted to.
But
Your
like,
opinion is
but
where
like
you're
Robin
at.
said, he could be, 7 years ago, he could have learned from it, moved on.
Yeah. He could have, yeah.
It's not nearly the charge that we denied on the other person before this continued.
You're saying it's worse or?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing in
And-
comparison.
No, I agree.
No.
I would be, I mean, at soccer, are we gonna be out there visible? Could we kind of monitor it through the first?
Someone will be there.
we will have a soccer supervisor.
You know what I mean? You got a couple weeks of practice.
If, I think we grant it with kind of an asterisk, if there's any behaviors, any complaints, then
That has to be.
Yeah.
So, back to Robin he made a motion, I'll second.
Yeah, with the asterisk, so,
Yes.
like, have a conversation, we're bending the policy, but. Yeah, perfect. Alright,
All in favor?
so I think we're good
Okay,
with the,
the background check.
yep, on the 3.
Okay, moving on, so current open program registrations right now. Soccer, we've got 50 for 4U, 48 for 6U, 52 for 8U, 44 for 10U, and 43 for 12U. In comparison to last year, the younger age groups do not have as many, but the older age groups have a little bit more than what was last year. So,
Close to the same number? I mean,
like total,
if you don't have it, no big deal.
I don't have it right off the top of my head, but last year we had 69 in 4U,
237 total.
62 in 6U, 74 in 8U. Oh, and we had 61, I didn't realize it was that much. And we had 37 in 12U.
I mean,
That was the one where we found that.
Is it already closed?
It closes on Friday, so
Well, you
just
get
a
a
few more
spike.
days.
You might get a spike this week.
I've been waiting on it, but also if we get more players to sign up, I then need more coaches.
Yeah, that's the double-edged sword, right?
So,
I mean, it kind of is what it is.
right, so that's where we're at with that. I still need sponsors as well. So if you guys know any businesses interested in sponsoring soccer, let me know. Baseball and softball, you guys will see, there's still a month of registration time left for that, so numbers are not crazy high in that yet. The pickleball league, we have 16 registered. I'd like to see like 8 to 10 more, that would be great. So we'll see how that goes. It's a lot of new names compared to last year, I will say. And then we just opened the sports performance classes. This is one of the healthy issue drink programs that's free to the community. Alex Macon from Alex Macon Performance out of Madison is doing those classes. We just opened that registration on Monday and we have 9 kids signed up so far. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. The only thing that I did not plan for with this is a potential cost for a backup indoor space. I was going to use the high school, but I think there was going to be a potential for too many conflicts with the spring sports at the high school. So I called NBE as a backup location, and they said if they have to staff a custodian, then they will have to charge us for that. I don't know what that charge looks like for a 3-hour time span. So
I believe it's It's like $75 for a typical outside team practice.
If it is, it's, but I mean, we don't have an indoor space.
I'll be,
Everybody's,
I don't know more than a couple times of it.
actually send the bill.
So there's that. If you flip to the back, we have our couple of events that are coming up in March. So the Shamrock Run is coming up real quick here, March 14th. We have 40 people registered so far. I did just order the t-shirts and medals. We still need some volunteers. I still need one more check-in person and 5 to 6 more course marshals. I'm still waiting to hear back from Justin Smith on if the track team is able to help with that. He asked me, I think the last time I talked to him, he asked like what time it could be. I let him know. I haven't heard back anything else yet. Really, I just need people out on the course to be able to direct people in the right direction as far as like the paths on Tripton go. We'll have signage out, but it's good to have people spread out on the course, not just for that, but to help motivate people as well, and for safety reasons. We wouldn't want our runners stranded out on the opposite side of the park and no one know it. So I still need a handful of people for that. So.
Check my calendar.
And then the Easter egg hunt is March 28th at 11 at Tripton. I did confirm the egg stuffing scheduled with Eric Kelly and his Kiwanis Club at NBE. That'll be March 18th at 3:15, so we'll be ordering candy and stuff soon for that. I don't have any physical bikes donated at the office yet, but I have had a few people say that they're interested in donating. So I know Walmart, I just talked to Walmart today, they're going to donate 2 bikes like last year, and they're looking in to see if they can donate snacks for post-race runners. If not, I think we're gonna have room in our 25,000 line of credit to get that. That won't cost too much for a race of this size. But he said he would let me know by the end of this week about that. So I think Olivia with Shay Dance is gonna donate, Baron Wilder, Matt's 4-liter.
Bikes.
Yeah. I just need to reach out to all the people, at least from last year still. I just haven't had the time to do that between chasing down regular sponsors and trying to wrap up soccer registrations, so.
I think Robin's dad used to help out, didn't he, help us get bikes?
I remember him coming in last year.
So I think we have got us at least a handful.
Yeah.
We talked about Artie.
You could always
So did you ever reach out to Guardian Bikes and
Seymour.
Was I supposed to do that?
Or just,
I don't know if we've even brought that up, but Dave May donated a couple.
they make safe bikes for kids, they're very well built.
They're nice bikes.
Also, you might say, hey, if you donate money, we might be able to get the bike, you know, we could send someone to Walmart and get a bike too, right? Or,
Well, we did that last year and we had to ask for an additional appropriation in order to do
oh, you
so.
can't do that?
You can, I just have to go through extra steps to get the actual money for it. It's easier to just have the actual bike donated. We can do it the other way.
Did you have a bunch of them like that?
We had $750 worth.
Did Rose
From-
Acres do something last year?
Rose Acres,
Brought over a bunch.
yeah, brought over a
scooters.
bunch like a couple days before.
Yeah, you need to get with Mike.
Yeah, it's just a matter of I haven't gotten to that yet on my list, so. And then upcoming programs, we did finalize a junior golf league with Joe and Bryce, so the registrations for that will open up March 16th. We are going to take in registrations for that on our end, since we did get the money approved to run this. So it'll open March 16th. The actual league will run June 15th to July 20th, and on July 27th, there'll be a tournament for the middle school and high school aged kids. It is during the day, Mondays 9 to 11, and we came up with a cost of $75 per player.
Did they work with you on like green fees and stuff like that?
So, not really. No.
We haven't figured that out yet.
And
I don't believe there's
Any-
gonna be a cost.
Okay.
us.
No, that's fine, I just wanted to,
I think it was kind of like it's the city paying the city type thing.
yeah, no,
So-
I agree, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
What age group is that?
Oh, just for the league in general, 7 and up.
Seven through eight, high school.
So there's that. Hopefully we can get a handful. I'm kind of expecting between 20 and 30, or hoping.
They had a big turnout at their golf camp.
And then the other thing that's coming up real soon, I just realized today, is the baseball softball combine day. It's scheduled for Monday, April 6th at 5 o'clock. That'll be open to all registered baseball and softball athletes. And it's basically just like a field day. Last year it got canceled due to weather, and we had to move it like to the end of the season, when really the goal of it for us was to do it at the beginning so coaches could come and see all the skills of the athletes to help them if they wanted to like pick people in the draft or whatever. So gave them a chance to see all the players beforehand, and obviously it's great practice and showing time for the players. So I'll open registrations for that on Friday. And then the last thing is just our current sponsorship list. This is as of today. These are all of my sponsors. The ones that you see that don't have like money listed next to it under revenue are people who have verbally committed but have not seen a check yet. So, but I'm sure we will.
Do you feel like this is down, up?
It's honestly, compared to last year, it's really hard to tell just because
It's different?
it's so different, and I don't remember chasing down soccer sponsors as much. I don't know why, but I remember more so reaching out for baseball and softball, and I was not doing it in February last year for baseball and softball. But with that athletic sponsorship, the like bundle of all three sports, I think that's gonna help, because we've had a lot of people show interest in that versus just like 100 for soccer and then 200 later for baseball, so I think that's helping. That's all I got.
Project items?
I was gonna update you guys on the new playground. Everything's done on our end. So it's ordered with Play Pros. We'll find out, there is work that we have to do to prep them. There'll be a little bit of electrical work moved around for where our vendors set up for like 4th of July, because that's kind of in the same area where they'll go. And then we're gonna do the base and prep work, so might be calling Alex to help with that.
Okay.
But basically, we got more, by committing to us doing the base work, we got a lot more playground equipment.
Talking like grading and just getting ready?
Yeah, just leveling out, raising it up, making sure that it's ready for them to just come in and install the equipment. Pickleball courts, we had a meeting over it. I know some of you probably heard about some of the surface cracking and maybe some potential AMA issues that are going on with it, but we have a plan to, it will be sometime in May, June timeframe where we'll have to close those new pickleball courts down for a week. They'll basically come in and kind of grind down high spots, fill cracks, and then completely repaint the courts. And hoping that that is a fix that we're not having to do every single year. Right now, trying to avoid completely taking off 1.5 inches and resurfacing is what we're trying to avoid, because that would be a lot more of a major undertaking. I'm learning more about that project and some of the stabilization and stuff that they went through that we're hoping that this is, I would say if we do this and get 3 years out of it, we'll be lucky.
In the conversation I've had, it was more like a surface, they're hoping it's just like a surface product issue and not an asphalt.
Yeah, so like there's a potential of maybe, because there's a lot of just small surface things that maybe they got a bad batch of the paint and seal that they use, and so that's kind of what we're leaning on right now. And the fix is going to be at no cost to us. So other than closing the pickleball courts down for a week, there's not a drawback to have this done, because they're going to keep getting worse. And if you go out there, you notice it now. Whereas last year, you just noticed it here and there. You go out there and you notice it now. So that's kind of the update there. With the pickleball course, we did order windscreens for that, because that's one of the prerequisites to need to have that tournament that we're going to be putting on. So hope all of those will be in and whatnot. And then I do have something out for a potential windscreen on the tennis courts there that will come in the form of a sponsorship on the windscreen right there by State Street, or on the tennis courts right there by State Street. So that's what I have there. I don't know if you guys have any questions about that.
You also have the bleacher.
Yeah, so you'll see in there, I put that in there as so you can kind of see, but you do notice like 20,000 of that is their installation. So I had them quote them installing it just as so you guys can see everything. So everything's line itemed out to where, anything, basically you could take that number, take 20,000 out of it, and that's what, that's gonna be. And that's for 14 bleachers. That's basically what we need to replace all of them, essentially, at the park. I think technically total we have 17, but we do have, not all of them are broken in places and things like that. So my thought process would be to not necessarily do them all at the same time, but I don't think it would make sense to not at least do like all the quadplex at one time, and then come back and which is 8, all the dirt fields at the same time. So we're not looking like kind of piecing in brand new bleachers. These bleachers are ones that are all compliance with parks. Like the ones right now technically aren't, because they don't have the fence or the backing on them. So these do have the panel on the side and in the back. So they are a little different than the ones we have now. All aluminum. They're transportable. They come with, basically you tip them up and they're on rollers, and they're going to be much easier to move than the ones now. So I wanted you guys to see that, because that's going to be something that, some of the bleachers, they need to replace it right now.
Does that include outside of the actual fields, like the pickleball one on the pickleball courts?
Well, so that's what I'm saying. So technically there's 17 total, but 14 of them are basically brackets are broken or ends of benches are broken. We have 3 that are in good shape still.
So we really need 17.
If we
So make
replace
it all
all of them,
uniform.
correct.
But we could do an 8, a 6, and a 3, maybe. I don't know where the 3.
Where are the 3 that are good right now?
There's one behind kind of by the playground there behind Jordan Vance. There's one by the pickleball courts, and then there's one over by the basketball court.
Okay, so they're all out of the quadplex.
Correct.
So, and, like, the one on the, I don't know how many people sit in the outfield with Jordan Vance, or, you know what I mean? You could maybe get rid of that and put 2 pickleball courts if you're gonna be hosting a ton of people.
Yeah, you can shift things around,
So
obviously.
So that's the thing with these being more like right now, we don't have anything to move. Even with the tractor, they just get drugged across the ground. And obviously, when they sit on that concrete, I don't want to drag bleachers across that concrete that we put in. So these ones, they are on their own rollers, so we're able to roll them. And they technically put a little pitch mount on it and drag it behind a gator and take it wherever we need it to go.
I had mentioned to Bobby, maybe we get to the end, if we can wait that long, get to the end of the year and see what your budget's like, and maybe you buy 8 of them. And if we feel comfortable in January, you buy 6 more or 9 more or whatever. To see where, that's a chunk of money, if you could get.
Yeah, because if you, I agree with that, and buy 8 just to replace the quadplex.
Start there,
Yeah,
and then if we felt comfortable in January to purchase, or you wait till the next December or whatever. See where our budget lies, and then, or maybe we get to October or whatever. If we had an indoor space by then that we could assemble ourselves, it would be good winter work for our maintenance.
mhm.
Either way, we're looking at assemble them ourselves, it will take time, so they won't, when we get them in, we'll need time to put them together. I don't have anything else, I think, did you have something for old or other business?
So, you're saying we need to do this, we just don't have the money to do it?
I'm saying that some of them need replaced right now.
Before baseball tournaments start?
There's no possible way for that to happen, but we're gonna put the best ones in.
Well, that's what I mean, we don't have the money to replace any of them before baseball tournaments start?
Time doesn't allow us to replace them at this point, before baseball, because, I mean, we have a tournament weekend after next. So, like, we can't get them in time for that.
What is their turnaround time?
I'm not, is it stated on there?
I thought it said 30 days.
It was 30 days on the indoor
It's
side.
probably
Is that 30 days on the quote?
How much on that lease?
6,300, yeah. Or 6,500, 63.
Plus your,
So it's 6224 plus 1380,
for your
And then-
transport kit.
and then you have freight on all of whatever you order. So obviously shipping all at one time, you save on freight,
Yeah.
but obviously if you ship them all at one time, you're paying a lot more everywhere else. So,
What, if you were to purchase these, what budget item would they come out of?
grounds improvements.
I'd like that out.
Yeah, you can't buy all of them.
Well, you don't even have enough to buy all of them.
No.
Because if we buy those, and then we cut out some other things that we wanted to do, is that correct?
Right. So that's why, when Alex and I talked, is if we make the most of what we have right now, and
Can we
then
afford to buy 4?
right now,
But where do you put them? I don't wanna put, I would,
so you'll have half, so then you would have half brand new and then half.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd rather wait till the end of the year and take them out and ask people to bring lawn chairs than do half and wait till the end of the year and buy 8 of them. I mean, that's my
We're
opinion.
gonna need 8 if you do it now.
So you need to get out of there what is in bad shape. You don't want people trying to sit on them and then have somebody get in.
I think I'd rather deal with the wrath of, you don't have bleachers than somebody get hurt on the bleachers.
Most of these ball parents have wagons full of lawn chairs.
Yeah, I'm not
So
so much worried about the travel people.
Yeah,
It's
the travel
It's the
people.
rec people.
Rec people, yeah.
They don't really sit in. Matter of fact, most of the time they drag them away from the fence so that they can sit there.
Yeah. The
there.
travel people don't use them, like you said, it's the rec people
Correct.
that are gonna use them.
And-
When is our, the end of May is when our
May.
rec games?
When's the league start? May
May
18.
18th.
practices will be starting in there, the 3 weeks prior to that.
Yeah.
Grounds improvements, I mean, we're gonna use that budget, right? I mean, if we wipe half of it out to buy 8 of them, that's gonna be skinny for the rest of the year.
We'd be limited if there was other stuff going on, but
Do you know, how much money do you have in Albuquerque?
I haven't got that total in a while. The last I checked is 142. And some change. That's gonna go, because that's one we keep building on. Obviously, I have all the money that comes in from Ohio Valley Sports and vendors and those sorts of things.
Sponsorship goes in there,
Sponsorship goes in there.
So that's gonna grow.
Anything we collect from programs.
What would you do with the 8 that are there now? You have to pay to get rid of them?
You Probably scrap them, I'm sure somebody takes them,
So-
scrap them.
Yeah, so I would say most of the ones that are, are gonna.
Is there gonna be an added
scrapped, 'cause you
cost?
You're not gonna use them anywhere else, you just scrap them and you actually get paid for it.
There's not enough weight there, but I'm sure if you posted, or if you reached out to somebody, somebody would come get them and take them off their hands. Weight wise, scrap, you're not gonna get enough out of them to really,
Deal with it.
you'd be better off just to give them to somebody to scrap. But it'd be
Because
a headache trying to homes.
your bid here is technically 93 for 14, right?
Yes,
Technically,
yes.
93, 14, so you're looking at about 6,600 each after taxes and delivery fee,
We don't pay taxes.
well, whatever's on there.
Your freight.
So you're looking at 52,800 to replace, yeah, to get 8 of them.
52,000.
Just the decision if you want to spend it or not, I mean,
I mean, I don't mind dipping in the non-converted fund, I know we're trying to save it, but if we've got issues,
could you take?
can you
half-
find out what the lead time is if you order?
Yeah.
Could you do half and
Just
half,
just
half
put-
out of grounds and improvement, half out of
We
non-improvement?
we can do something.
Well, if you use non-converted, you're gonna appropriate that money into grounds and improvement, you're
Or just-
gonna
or
up
just
your
Just
grounds.
put half, just put 25.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you pull from the non-converting fund, you're gonna up your ground improvements budget and just use it.
Yeah, but don't do the whole 52, just do half, just pull half of it out.
So you're saying add 25 and, I know what you're saying.
Are there any other high priority items coming out of that this year though?
Yeah.
Cause I know we talked about the bathrooms.
Well, I know we talked about the bathroom, but we also stressed on getting that many done.
Right.
For somewhat odd reason, whether it's just moving that old playground over there, or or at least getting some new basketball goals and rims.
I've had some conversation on moving that old playground and it's a massive undertaking. Because,
Then it would be less money if we just maybe fix the swings up, maybe put the best bleachers we have over there, maybe, or something, one maybe, and then get some new basketball goals and rims. I think that'd be good for right now. It'd cost us a lot less money, and then just get bleachers. That's where looks like we need to spend the money.
I mean, you have a risk with bleachers,
Yeah,
Yes.
you do.
If somebody falls off or something, we
You
can get sued.
could have bought probably 3 of these, you could have probably bought 3 times this amount of bleachers if somebody falls and gets hurt. If you'll find out the lead time, then maybe in April we can make a decision on.
Get a bid for 8,
Okay.
because that's what you need.
That at least fixes the quad.
And then you'll have a few that you can
Move
replace.
around to replace some of the others.
it's your highest exposure area.
It is.
Yeah. I have one other thing, Robin's dad called me today, and I talked to him today. He wants to know if we can get a tree planted, small tree planted for Rick McLeod for all the things he's done for James County. I think we did it that one year for Jim Leach. They had one, which is still there. Yeah, they had a little thing there. Cause he had one on the road, so I don't know if we could talk about maybe doing something for Rick McLeod. That's not really that board.
Strong opinion either way.
Where at specifically?
It doesn't really matter, they just said, I don't know if we could do.
And he had big involvement, I mean, I knew Rick, but I don't.
Community.
Let's table it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Think about it. I think that's something that has to be decided on the bed.
No,
I think if I sign the claim approval, someone make a motion to adjourn. Carl. All in favor?
Aye.